some of the important functions in date, strings, okay, and then see, and one more thing is we discussed for each and then some conditions, correct? If condition, else if, okay, and if is having two parts, one is then and else, okay. When you go to else if, we have else then followed by one condition, else if. So first we have to define a condition. So if the condition satisfied, then we have to define, again go to else part or else if. So that is what the how the architecture of else if. So I have a usually like now how do you get the requirements? So in RPA we will get the requirements, that means the sources of input data. Most of the cases the input data would come as Excel, otherwise some of the cases like now the input data would come from databases, that means like now log into the SQL server database or log into the Access database, and where we have to write a some like no query, select queries in order to fetch the data. Or if you have a data in some web cases like in some of the some of the cases where we will have a URL, that means a browser based URLs, means that is like no applications. So where we have to extract the data from that and put it into Excel. So these are all the different ways of the data you will get as a input to the application. That is how the input data would come into the RPA. So either you are having whether if you consider UA path, Blue Prism, automation anywhere, like no, most of whatever it may be there, like no tools it might be. So these are all the different sources of inputs. So whenever we are getting the input, for example, consider if you have a data in Excel. So Excel doesn't have, so whatever you define, it consider everything as a string. So for example, like now if you get so for example, if you consider data like this order date region, okay, and item, okay, units, unit cost, everything can be considered as a string only. So there is no, for example, like now here if you consider total, so it is, see, you know that it is of type double, it is also double, it is a integer type, so it is a string, and a repo is a rep is a string, and again if you consider this is region is a string, and order date, it is in the form of date. But because we are humans, then we will get to know that Okay, this is in the form of double, because it is a total amount, or it is a unit cost. That means per pencil, what is the cost of one pencil cost? That means 1.99. So how many units? So that means 95 pieces. That means units is nothing but 95. So like that. So if you get the data, if you want to fetch the data from Excel, and you need to enter this data into an application. So whenever you are entering the data, you need to be typecast into the required data type. See, whenever you are entering the data into the application, for example, I don't know what is the example I have to consider. Hello? Sukumar? ఏమబ్బా ఈ నెంబర్, ఒక నిమిషం. చెప్పు సుకుమార్. ఓ అవునా. Okay, sorry. So here, so when you consider from to date, gender, no. Okay. For example, like now here we have a phone number. See, phone number is a integer data, correct? So instead of enter integer data, if I enter string, so string in the sense, like no, the data is available in Excel is, see, this we don't know whether this is a string or integer or double. What kind of data it is, what type of data it is, correct, right? So in case whenever we are passing the string, some of the application doesn't accept that format. So whenever you are entering the whenever we are passing the data from Excel to the application, so these are all, see, in real time this will be like this. So we will have this application, and then we will enter the data. We have to fill this data. Okay, see, phone number, first name, last name, address, and email, company name, role in company, and we have to submit all the customers data. So this should be in the real time. So whenever you are doing like this, so if you enter like no phone number as a string, if this application doesn't accept, so how do you solve it? How do you resolve that issue? So for that we have to see, because it is a number, so we have to enter only in the form of number. So how do you do that? So for that we like now see here. Okay. So integer is, rather than I am going to consider this string. Let us assume. Okay. So string can be represented in, for example, I am going to phone number. So phone number, and consider this is a string. So when I enter the data into application, this doesn't accept because it is a string, but phone number will like no in the form of integer. So you need to convert this string information into int. So for that what we have to use is, so there are two functions, cint. Okay, so in the you have to use assign statement and cint of. So what is the name of the variable? Phone number. Okay, and where you would like to keep it, phone number. So here we are getting an error. What is this? So cint of phone number from integer to string. So that means that we are converting this into a string variable, can be converted into integer, but where we are going to store the value, we are going to store the value in string again. So for that I will tell you. So for example, I would like to keep it in main workflow adult. See, now there is no error. Error has been gone. And use right line. So here we will display the result in adult. So why? Because this is a integer. So right line will display the data in text format. So that's why we are converting into string. So I believe, did you understand this? Or error condition is required. So arithmetic operation resulted in an overflow. What is this? So that means that adult is a integer data. What is this in 32? So arithmetic, if we get an error and you don't know the result, so you don't know how to resolve this and what is the error. How do you resolve it? So double click on this, come over here, go to Google, in UiPath. So we have forum. This is official website for UiPath, where whenever the developers are facing some issues, so, okay, they can get the solution in this forum. That means in this site. That is forum.uipath.com. Okay. So even in interview period of time. So for example, if anybody asks you that, so this is the situation where, so I don't know how to resolve an issue. So how do you? So if you get some exception, so how do you resolve that issue? So you have to tell that I will search in forum.uipath.com. So definitely you will get solution for that. Okay. See how big condition it is. 16 decision flows. C int of so here the same situation how we are we are also facing the same. Here it has been highlighted with yellow color. So is there any way to replace particular syntax? In this case, C int become C long. That means so just stop it, click on stop, it will stop the execution. So what I have to do, instead of C int, C CLNG. So here cannot assign int 64 bit, otherwise, what is this, adult, right? So it is of int 32. So what we have to do, browser for types int 64. See here, system dot int 64. See, now there is no error. See, okay. So now we got the value. So this is also one of the You can tell in an interview, this is the challenge I face. See, like no, in an interview point of view, they ask you that. So, what are the challenges you face? Because some people are not from technical background. Might be you came from mechanical, civil, or different. So, if you tell this issue, definitely the interviewer. So, okay, you have an experience, and like no, you have to, like no, you can tell that like no, I have struggled a lot in the beginning, like no, when I joined in UA path, because of like no, at the time like no, I was new for programming as well. That is the reason like no, I struggled a lot. Then I became a very strong like no after like no making this much hard work and like no by interacting with number like no number of what is that, I participate actively in forums.uipath.com. There I can get like no lot of like no issues can be posted by the like no different developers, so that like no we can get a lot of answers from them, responses from them, like no different ways in order to resolve a one issue. So these are all your like no experiences you have to tell in interview. So this is the one way of see LNG. Okay. Another way is we can use convert dot to int 64. Okay. So this is also one of the way like no, if we get any issue, for example like no, rather than what is that, using cint. Cint means by default it will take 32 bit. So rather than if we can use it converted to 2 int 64 bit, whatever the, but this is like no, there will be a difference in the memory size. That is the reason it depends on the data. So what is the length of the data you will get into that field. So you have to use cint or converted dot 2 int 32 2 int 64. Otherwise no, it will consume more memory, right? So in order to reduce the memory value, memory size, so we have to use converted dot 2 int 64. Now we will see, is there any difference in the value? Okay, we got. So the result has been displayed over here. Okay. So these are all the different ways of, for example like now, the same way we can do, see as we shown here, total is 189.05. So this is a double data type. So if it is like no related, the data or value related to money, okay, so then we have to use double. So for that what we have to do, so that we have to, what is that field, total cost. So what is the type of this? It's a double. Okay, so the type of is system.double. And then here I would like to put it into total cost, and see, so I define another variable of type integer. See, we will we will check whether we will able to do it or not. Sorry, so it is a string, right? One 189.05. So here we can represent. So for see we will check whether we don't have double. So we have dbl of tcast. Okay, so we have that. Okay, and total cost. See, these are all you will face in real time. These are all the challenges you face in real time. So whenever you get it, see the result has been displayed without any error, because so we have a option to convert into double. So that is C dbl. So these things and all they ask you in interview. In order to I have a data in string format. So do I need to use any conversion functions in order to represent the data into different type of data, from integer to from string to double, or string to integer, or string to boolean. So what kind of the type of data it might be. So you need to be according to your application again, or according to your project or your use case, how that use case requirement would be. Based on based on your use case requirement, you have to be use it. Okay. Okay, so okay, now see, as of now we have seen all the basic concepts. So in order to if you have your data in different formats, string operations we have seen, if you have the data in, see here we have all RPA challenge. A company name, phone number, first name, last. See here we have date as well, so in the form of date. So how do you supply input to this form, and okay. So okay, now we'll see. I have a input data in the form of Excel. Consider this is our Excel data. or sample Excel data. So now see, consider this is we are going to develop one use case where we have like now we have one input data in the form of Excel. So I need to read all this data and like now fill a form and click on submit. Okay, that is my requirement. So how many records are there in this? It comes around 52, correct? Yes, 52. So including the header. So this is the column header, right? So this is Excel. So in Excel we have all these fields of data. Okay, for example, consider we have I am going to create one new Excel file. So here email, company name, phone number, last name, first name, address, and then role in company. So this is like now this is the input data we got it from the customer, that means client. Okay, so we can tell like no different names, customer or client or like now whoever it might be. So I am going to fill, so email, okay, so don't want to waste time, plus 917031. What is your last name? What is your first name? Address Chennai. role in company. So like that we will fill some details. That means like no, for example, like no, we have so 100 like no employees of data, okay, or like no 1000 employees of data. So we will get all the uh, data like this. So shift, okay, shift control. Oh my god. Only 10 rows is enough. Maybe this won't come. We are not getting. Sorry. So I'm going to save it. RPA challenge. Okay, now our data is ready. I closed it. So I will create a go to home. I would like to create a new process, that is RPA challenge. So what is the like no URL we are looking? That was very famous in 2019. I will tell you the magic. Why like no that website was very famous during that time. now. So where do we have the data? Where we have the input data. So we have input data in Excel. So now we need to read the data from Excel and we need to enter the data into the application, right? This is our application. So where we have to enter this data and we have to click on submit. Okay, so what we have to do each and every time, that means we have to open this website and we have to fill all these details and click on submit. So in order to do this, we have the data in Excel. So we need to read the data from Excel, right? So what are the activities are available in order to retrieve the data from Excel? Just come to activities. Okay, so just select type Excel. So when I type Excel, see available, and it is app integration, and followed by there is one more subgroup called Excel, and so there are different groups again. See, so there are a lot of activities related to that Excel. Under table, under processing, autofill range, copy, execute macro, insert data, delete, okay, and invoke PBA, so lookup range, so remove duplicates range. So these are all the some of the activities, and table, append range, close workbook, all these we have. So we have different activities are there. So the first thing is, see, there are two ways to read the data from Excel. One is so this is related to Excel. Now I would like to search, because I know that workbook. So here there are two, there are two, whenever I search for something, it displays two categories of workbook. One is belongs to Excel and another one is belongs to workbook. So these two are different. We have close workbook, get worksheet list, get workbook sheets, and then save workbook. And at the same time, when I go for workbook, so we have read cell formula, read column, okay, read range, read row, okay, write cell, write range, append row, get table range, all these things. But we do not have different. So see friends, this is very important. Hereafter whatever we are entering to the real-time examples. That means how you will work in real time. So this is workbook activities. So here it is workbook, and on top there are two things we got it, right? That means there are two categories of activities it displayed. So one is Excel related and another one is workbook related. So which one we have to use in real time? So an interview question is, okay, don't go with that. So what is your data here? On the input, it says the input source is Excel. So for example, I don't know, I use Excel. So whenever you are working something, so you should know the first activity we have to use is Excel application scope. Just drag and drop into that. So this is the activity we have to use. Excel application scope. So whenever you are using this activity, see there are a lot of properties. If your Excel file has been protected with password, so this is for option. What is the password? Okay, password and edit password, and create if not exist. It is, see there are check boxes. This is called checkbox. Checkbox will have the nature of the checkbox is to check or uncheck. So if I uncheck, it means it will not create any Excel file. So instant catch period. So these are all the some properties we'll see later. So now we don't want to go through that. So what is this Excel application scope? So whenever you would like to read the data or you want to first we see read. So you want to read the data from Excel. So if you are using Excel, this comes under Excel activities. The first activity we have to use is Excel application scope. So in this Excel application scope, so whenever you are using it, it must be installed in Excel. Software must be installed in your machine. That means don't think that Excel is the default case where for each and every Windows operating system it comes. It's not like that. So we have seen lot of clients because see in the development environment is different. When it go to the testing or production environment are different. So it's only a skeleton, only the system is there, or some virtual machines are there. So they never install anything. They do not have mail. They do not have Excel, and they do not have any Chrome even. That means browser Chrome or Internet Explorer. Okay, maybe Internet Explorer will be there, but you did not get Chrome. So you have to tell to the customer what are all the softwares are required to install into that machine. So that means that whenever you are using this activity, Excel application scope, it must be installed Excel in that machine where the bot is going to be run. So without this, if I did not use it, go to activities. So what is my what is the action I want to do? I would like to perform. I want to read the data from Excel. In order to read the data, so we have activity called read range. Just drag and drop into here. Okay, so see here it is displaying an error. What is this? Activity is valid only inside Excel application scope or Excel application card. So that means that if you want to use this activity, so you must use Excel application scope. Excel application card. So we don't have that. So we have to use Excel application scope. So inside the Excel application scope only, I have to use. See, when I type read, so one is if you have the input data in the CSV, so read CSV. If you have your data in Excel, so we have under Excel. See, whenever you are working on these activities, you should be you should be taken care whether it is a Excel or it is a CSV file or it is a workbook activity we are using. See, workbook. Okay, so these are all the different activities we have to get it. Read. Okay, so now I want to read all the data from Excel. So previously, without using this Excel application scope, so everything, whatever the actions are there under the Excel, okay, so everything can be enclosed inside a Excel application scope only. Okay, if you without using this Excel application scope, if you try to add any activity, so you will get an exception. So you will not do any sort of actions on that. You will not able to perform any kind of actions. That is the reason we have to use Excel application scope. Okay, and one more is, whenever you are using Excel application scope, you must you must install Excel. Why? I will tell you the example. So inside this, if you click on plus, so there are two ways. Just click on this button, browse for files. You can refer where our Excel file is. So where did we keep our Excel file? So this is our Excel file, right? So this is the date 03/11/2021. Just now we created. I referred this. Okay, and when it comes properties under this Excel application scope, we have, see, what are the workbook path. So what are the path we defined? That path has been set over here because we did not protect any password, so just leave it blank. And macro setting, sorry, so enable. So by what are the default values are assigned to these properties, leave it like that. So visible, yes, visible in the sense, so whenever the bot is running, it will be visible. Excel must be open and visible to the user, and it is a save changes. Whenever you are making some changes in the Excel, so it should be save the changes. And what is this output? So these are all the inputs, and what is the output? Output is a workbook. So you have to create one output variable. What is this? Control K. Give the same name. Don't make any changes in the name of the output. What are the name here? Same name. Otherwise, you will get confused. So don't create any confusion when you are working. Okay. So now read range. So now we are going to another activity called read range. So in our input Excel file, RPA challenge, right? So what is this? This is the sheet 1. See, name of the Excel file, this is the sheet 1. So we can define number of sheets as well. Sheet 2, sheet. See, whenever you are working on real time, so like no, some of the cases sheet 1 will be there, and some of the cases, so it depends on their like no, what is that, the client requirement. So there will be different names here. So it should not be sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So there will be like no 10 sheets of data. There will be 15 sheets of data. There will be only one sheet of data. So it depends on your use case. So like that there will be lot of sheets will be there. So and that too, if it is sheet 1, so data will be available in Excel in workbook sheets. So here is sheet 1 I gave. For example, if I change, I change the sheet name and close it. Do you want to save? Yes, I saved it. So what is the sheet name here? Here it is a not sheet 1. So UA path. See, this is not a good practice where we can hard code the sheet name. You want to get it from activity itself. We don't know what is the sheet name it might be. See, the sheet names will change. Okay, from environment to environment. So each and every time the sheet names will change. So here we have an activity called sheet. What is that? Get workbook sheet. Consider like no, you have only one sheet of information. We do not have many. So in this, what is the input value you have to provide? So we have to provide index of 0. That means first sheet. Sorry, if I put index is for 1, first sheet. So here, what is the output? So input is the index. That means like now what is the index of your sheet? So I want to retrieve first sheet, whatever the sheet it is there. So you want to fetch the data out of that sheet. So sheet name, Control K. So I'm just making the sheet name and enter. So it will create it. And then after get worksheet, now we have to use read range. So after this we have to use. So that's what like no, see, there should be the action should be sequentially we have to define one by one. So first we have to be define Excel application scope inside the body. That means inside like no do. So we have on the body, right? Under the body only I define. So I don't know like no which worksheet we have to get it. Okay. So everything I am trying to do it from dynamically, not the static or like no through hard coded values. And here range. So range equal to double quotes is nothing but all the values from a sheet. Okay. So here like no, we are not having this sheet 1. So what is the name of that? So this is the name of the sheet. And what is this output? So this is, see, when it comes to the properties, the range under sheet name. So option under add headers. You want to add headers? Yes. So do you have any preserve format? That means if in your Excel file is there any symbols. So for example, like now if you consider amount, so like now for example you are working for US customers, so amount can be represented in the dollar. So if it is there, then we will use this preserve format. So you will get the dollar symbol also. So for Indian people, so like the currencies are right, the symbol R will be there. So whatever it may be the currency, so if you want to get it, so we have to use preserve format. If you want to get, is there any specific symbols in front of your data? So in order to get it, so we have to use preserve format. Okay, so it displays in the cell. See, that is what, like currency, or is there any date? Okay, this read the cell range by offers less performance than the reading bar. Okay, so what is the output? So the output is data table. So that means, so we don't need to define it. So I can define Control K. I'm going to create one variable of type data table, right? The output. Challenge data table. Okay, now just save it. So how do you know that whether we get the data inside a table or not? So simply, like for time being, we will use box. That means, so we would like to display what is the data it has been read from the here. So where we have the data in the data table, challenge data table dot. So we need to find out number of rows. So I am using rows count. Just run. So what happened? There is no data. So that's why 0. So here I gave the index is 1. Usually when it comes from the Excel, it may start the index as 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now run it. See, Excel is opening, and see now it read all the data in Excel. So how many rows of data we have? 9 rows. So including header there are 10, but headers cannot be considered as the first column always can be considered as a header. That means columns. That's why we got 9 rows of data. So for example, so this is the file, right? I am just opening that file. So I opened the file, debug it. Now I am running that. See, even though okay, so here this property tells visible. Now I deselect this property. So whenever it is running it, so now it will, you will not able to see that proper that file. See, so I opened one file, that file being closed, I did not close it, correct, right? Purposefully, that means wantedly I just opened this file. This is the input file where we are fetching the data. So that is the reason we got 9 rows. See, so and there is one property called visible equal to true, and we were able to fetch the data. Now I made it as false. So see, this is checkbox. When you click on checkbox, okay, this is true. When you unselect it, this is false. So debug now. Whatever the file it is, whatever the file we are trying to fetch the data from that, if it is already open, it will close. So the differences you have to tell in an interview point of view. These are all these are whatever we are experiencing while doing this calculation or doing this performing these actions. So you have to tell in interview. So whenever you are using Excel application scope, so they will ask you that. That's what I told. There are two kinds, right? One is Excel application scope. 63014. Hello.
హలో సార్, కొండారెడ్డి అంకుల్ ఫోన్ చేయమని.
ఎందుకు బ్రదర్?
సార్
ఎందుకు?
అదే మీకు చెప్పారంట కదా.
ఏమని?
అదే డిగ్రీ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది, అందుకని చెప్పి అదే ఒకసారి మా నాన్న వాళ్ళతో చెప్పాడంట ఫోన్ చేయమని.
ఓ మీరు ఓకే ఓకే, నేను కొంచెం ఒక 5 minutesలో ఫోన్ చేస్తాను మీకు.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay, now friends, are you able to bear for 15 minutes up to 10 o'clock? Or can we close this and we will discuss tomorrow? See, it's all depends on your choice. Tomorrow shall we have the session? Okay, Hemant, good, thank you. So what about you, Praveen? Can I take another 15 minutes of time? Sandhya and Praveen. Okay, thank you then. Bhavani, no issue, I believe. నీకు కానీ ఎరా రాజశేఖర్ నీకు ఓకే కదా?
ఓకే ఓకే.
Okay, so see, because if you continuously do this, then you will be able to understand it better. Okay, now we see this. Okay, so for time being I am just keeping, say, right click and disable this activity. So disable activity, what it does, see, when I debug it now, nothing will be executed because I disabled this. Disable is nothing but do not execute this whatever I commented out. Okay, now So now we have seen Excel application scope. So whenever there are two ways to read the data from Excel. One is you have to use Excel application scope. Whenever we are using Excel application scope, so Excel must be installed in our machine. That means where the bot is running or where we are deploying our robot. Okay, otherwise it will not work. You will get an error. So see, I like now my client doesn't want to install Excel. So how do you do that? So for that, I told right there is another way of. So these are all activities related to Excel, and we have another activities called workbook under file workbook. So now I am going to use read range activity. So in read range activity, so I will use the same workbook path. I will go to desktop and I will select, this is my Excel. So what are all here? Like no range here it is A1 colon A2, that means first cell to second cell only. But what is your requirement? I would like to read all the data. I removed it. So range empty means it takes all the data from the Excel. So we will see different ways. Okay, so I'm just right now we will go for, I would like to fetch all the data from that. So we have to remove whatever the default value is there in the range field. Okay, range property. So I emptied it. Sheet name. Sheet name equal to sheet 1 is there, right? But what is our sheet name of the sheet in a workbook? We will go on. See, is there any other activity in order to read the sheet? We don't have. Correct? So we do not have any dynamically select the sheet. So double click on this. So here I am going to, this is only, I will tell you later, okay? And add headers. So do you did you provide any password to this? No. The same preserve format. No, I do not have anything to define in front of, like no, there is no currency, there is no date, or like some different values are there in front of the data, input data or input values. So the data table we can represent the same. So it is RPA, maybe the scope has been changed, I believe. Go to variables. Oh my god. So that is defined under there. Now read range, control K. What is this? Challenge data table. Okay, so see, the variable type is data table. So here there is no, we do not have any output. So when I use this read range activity, we have only a data table as the activity. So it will consider by default, and Now I use box. So now, or sorry, challenge, right? Our name of the table is challenge. Challenge data table dot rows count. So we'll see whether we will able to read the data out of this or not. I'm just running it. See. So we got an exception. Read range. The process cannot access the file because it is being used by another process. What does this mean? Because see, whenever we use Excel application scope, if I open an Excel, it closed automatically when I deselect the property called visible. Correct? So when I select the property of visible, so whenever it is trying to read the data, so the Excel file will be visible and open it and read it. But it after the actions has been executed, so automatically the Excel has been closed. But whatever the manually opened by the user, that Excel still remain open in the system. But when it comes to the workbook activities, see, we can call it say workbook activities. So these are workbook activities. Oh, my battery is low. Okay, so these are all the workbook activities, comes under read range. Okay, so there also we have read range activity. Give me a second, I will plug into. Okay, now it is charging. So my Excel file is open. That is the reason we got an error. So by mistake, this we always face this this type of errors, because see, we are in a tension in order to read the in order to complete the use case. So in that case, we use number of time, we open to see the data, and we forget to close it, and whenever you run it, so it will be, you will get an error like this. Okay, so such that what we understood out of this is, whenever you use workbook activities, we have to close the Excel file. That means whatever the input file we are referring, that Excel file needs to be closed before running our process, before executing our process. Otherwise you will get an exception. Okay, now I closed it, right? So now I will run it. See, we got 9 rows of data. Got it? So this is, and we do not have, for example, if there are if there is no if my workbook is having number of sheets of data, so maybe 10 sheets of data is there, so you want to fetch all the 10 sheets of data and put it into our application. So when I use read range workbook activities, it is very difficult to, because see, maybe now you are into development environment, the workbook names are same, But when it goes to testing environment or production environment, the names will change, so it will fail because the names, workbook names are not here. Like now we cannot able to pass dynamic values of the workbook sheets, correct? Because when you use workbook activities, we do not have that activity to not in order to read what is the workbook sheet dynamically. So I did not pass it. I said just pass only the index 1 2 3 4 5. I can put like now if there are 10 means, so I can put 10 values. I can define here get worksheet range, like now here get workbook sheets, like now I can use different activity. Okay, so here I put the like now we will get the output all the sheet names, how many sheets are there. So then I can loop it. If there are 10 means, like now I can loop it all the 10 worksheets, and like now there from there we will get it. So we will like now pass dynamically, so I don't have any issues to whatever the sheet names are there in the environment. Whether like now in the dev environment we have different sheets like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, like like now. So we have vendor 1, vendor 2, vendor 3, vendor 4, vendor 5. But when you use workbook activities, we do not have the like now option to pass sheet names dynamically. We have to pass statically. That is one of the like no difference. And another difference is, so whenever you are like no trying to read the data from Excel, like no that Excel file needs to be closed. Then only I can able to read the data from that. Otherwise I cannot. And so what is the another way of like no closing that Excel file? So we have, like now we will see later. So this is the main difference when you go for Excel application scope and workbook activities. So there are a lot. That means like no for each what are the like no activities are there under like Excel application scope. So there are a lot of actions, right? So get workbook sheets and like no get worksheet, and then close workbook we have, okay, and save workbook we have. So when it comes to here, like now we have only a limited activities. But when it comes to Excel application, so we have a lot of activities are there. So according to our requirement, we have to use all these. Friends, understand? So tomorrow we see different activities. Is it clear that? So the differences between Excel application scope and workbook. So see, each and every interview you will get this question. What is the differences between Excel application scope and workbook? Okay. So in this case, when I use this one, so you don't need to install Excel in your mission. That means whether it is a development mission, production, or testing mission. That means testing where the robot is running. In that system, Excel need not to be installed, because we are not opening an Excel file and to do some actions. So if you want to open Excel file, you must install that Excel software in your system. Okay, that is the main reason. And when it comes to Excel application scope, Excel must be installed in the system, and it never fail whether you have opened that file or you have not opened. Okay, so it will read the data and put and gives the data in a, but the output is the same. It will be represented in a data table only, whether you are using a workbook activity or whether you are using a Excel application scope. Got it? These are all the differences. So when you open a workbook, but there is a difference. So each and every time, if you have password, either of them you can use it. Okay. So you can give the password, so it will open, like no, it will open that password and provide it. So we can able to read the data out of that if it is password protected. If not, so that is, so the like no interviewer will like no ask you some different questions to in order to confuse you whether you knows really have you worked on Excel or not, or like no on UiPath or not. Okay, so do not get confused. See, you tell whatever I told in this session. Okay friends, so tomorrow we will continue. Then like now remaining activities, we'll see one by one activities, like now what is the differences, what is the input we have to provide, and what is the output. Okay, in each and every case we will see. That is the today's session. I believe you understand this concept. Okay, thank you. Okay friends, tomorrow we'll meet. Tomorrow we will, at what time shall we have the session? Same, even like see, we have issue only with Sandhya. Sandhya, tomorrow do you have your Java session? Because tomorrow it's like no Deepavali, right? I did not get any answer. Oh, Sandhya, are you there? Let us stop the